Alright guys, so I'm going to be showing you a deck profile. The structure of the deck is not my original idea. It was made by someone else, the profile of it. It's a very troll deck. It'll piss your opponents off. It has two ways of winning. I edited it in my own way to make it three ways of winning. So here it is. Alright, so for the first card we have 2 Penguin Soldiers. Now the original told me to run 3, but I found that 3 was just way too much. You know, 2 is enough. I mean, come on, 4 cards sent back to your opponent's hand. That's enough, and we have a card that can help him out. And I'll show you when, actually in a minute. 3 Battle Faders. Now if it were up to me, guys, I would run 3 Star Swift Scarecrows and 1 Battle Fader. But I don't, unfortunately I don't have that right now. But yeah, it's 3 Battle Faders, you know. You special summon it to the field, ends the battle phase, and but that can be negated. That is why I would prefer 3 of these guys, because for him you just discard it to the grave, ends the battle phase. With these guys you have to have a free monster slot, and it gets kind of annoying because you have a pretty good wall defending you. Sometimes you won't have an extra slot. 1 Morphing Jar. Discard all 5 cards from your hands. Draw 5 more. Pretty annoying card, especially if your opponent's like, you know, digging out a strategy. Man-Eater Bug. The original told me to run 2 of them, but you know, I agree. Two of these cards is great. But why not have some variety? They do the exact same thing. And who knows, maybe they have a card that negates insect cards or, you know, spellcaster effects. We don't want that, don't we? 3 Cyber Valleys. What he does, so he has 3 effects. First one, banish him when he's targeted for an attack and you draw a card. Second one, if you have another face-up monster on the field, banish both and then draw 2 cards. And I think the third one is, you can add one card from the grave, and then you banish this card and 1 card from your hand and add that card from the grave to your hand. This one's a Starfoil, I believe. Yep. And then we run 3 Golden Ladybugs. If you have one in your hand, you can show it to your opponent. You gain 500. And it's a hassle because if they are able to attack for some crazy reason, you have a lot of life points. Especially if you got 3 in your hand. Boom! 1500 life points every turn. For free. 3 Marshmallon. We all know what he does. For those of you who aren't... if they attack when he's face down, they lose 1,000 and he can't be destroyed by battle. So we run 3 of these guys. Pretty big wall. Let's see. Oh yeah, another wall to get by. 3 Spirit Reapers. These also can't be destroyed by battle. It's a small defense, but defense you don't get anything. Bam. Pretty annoying wall to get over. And another wall to get by. It's 3 Fortress Warriors. Now he has a 1200 defense, but guess what? They have to attack him twice. Who wants to do that? Not me. 1 Destiny Hero Defender. Now the original told me to run 3 of these guys, but I found that it was way too much, and 1 is enough. I mean, it has a 2700 defense, and this card also runs their deck down, so if this is face up on the field during their standby phase, they have to draw another card. You know, helps them out, but it also runs their deck down, and you have a pretty good stall deck. And this here is my addition. These guys, if you attack directly, and if the attack is successful, it gains 1,000 attack points. So draw Barnacle and Raging Flame Sprite. And if you're able to attack even more, I mean, they can get up to like a lot. 1 Ojama Trio. What this guy does, when you activate it, it sets 3 Ojama tokens on their field in defense position, and they can't tribute them. They have 0 attack points, and it's annoying. 2 Compulsory Evacuation devices. We all know what he does. You activate it, you send 1 card from the field to their hand, a mini Penguin Soldier. Magic Cylinder. We all know what this guy does, especially if they attack with a very strong monster. This could even win you the duel sometimes. You never know. 2 Scrap Iron Scarecrows. The original told me to run 3, but you know, this card can stay on the field because when you activate it, negate an attack, flip back down. So I found 3 to be too much, and it doesn't say to the end. It does not say once per turn. So bam, bam, bam. Keep using it. Mirror Force. We know what this guy does. You have a pretty good stall, so they have time to, you know, set out a bunch of cards. 1 attack, gone. All of them. 2 Flashbangs. What this does, if they attack you, it ends the you activate it and it ends the turn. The turn. You decide when their turn ends, not them. You. So like if they were trying to take out, I don't know, let's say this guy, you gotta attack him twice. They have 2 monsters. Oh, not right now. And this was my addition because the original told me to run 3 Negate Attacks. If you guys know what that is, I don't know what kind of rarity that is. Box secret, I don't know. I switched out 2 Negate Attacks for these guys. I just thought it helped me more, and it does. I've actually won a lot of duels, installed a long time because of Flashbang. 2 Gravity Binds. You know, level 4 or up, monsters can't attack. It's very annoying. The original told me to run 3, but you know, I found that it stays on the field a lot because, you know, they use all their, you know, spell destroyers, anything that destroys traps or magics or spells. And they've used them all up because you have a lot that stay there. And you know, who knows? Maybe they don't have any more and this stays on the field. So we run 2. 2 level limit area Bs. It's just like a Gravity Binds, but instead of not being able to attack, they get on their knees. Defense position. 1 Messenger of Peace. With this guy, the original told me to run 3. It's a good card. You only pay 100 life points, but when I'm running, or when I'm playing with these guys, the ones I added, Drill Barnacle and Raging Flame Sprite, once they reach over 15, they can't attack, and we don't want you not being able to attack, right? Right. 1 Monster Reborn, that's in Spanish. We all know what he does. 2 Clock Tower Prisons. It's a field spell. After activation, after 4 of your opponent's turns, it gains 4 tokens. And once it has 4 tokens, they can't do any battle damage. So even if they are to destroy all your monsters, it's not going to hurt you. And the original told me to run a Destiny Hero Dreadmaster because if this were to be destroyed with 4 tokens on it, you can special summon him. But the drawback is if you do that, all your monsters are destroyed, except for face-up Destiny Hero monsters. And really the only one who would be safe is this guy, Destiny Hero Defender. But I found this to be like a minor, even a major setback when having a lot of walls on the field. 1 Book of Moon, great card. You can use it with this guy, you know, why not? I usually use it with this guy because it's more annoying that way, and you gotta be a troll. 2 different dimension capsules. You can put any card in here, or in the capsule, I guess, if we were in a cartoon, but you set 1 card from your deck, you know, banish it, and after your second standby phase, you get it back. But be careful what you put in this, because if they destroy it while it's out of play, it stays out of play. So be careful. 1 Magical Mallet. This deck will build up in your hand, and this is a good card to, you know, weed out some of the cards you don't need right now. 2 Nightmare Steelcages. It's like a mini Swords of Revealing Light. For 2 turns they can't attack and it stays on the field. Pretty good card. 1 Day of Peace. We run 3 of those. The original said run 3. I agree. Pretty good. You activate it. You draw 1 card. Your opponent draws 1. But for the next turn, for his turn, he can't do any battle damage to you. He can't touch you, boy. But so yeah, it's a good card. 3 swords. We all know the great stall power of this deck. Gives you time to, you know, I don't know, raise your life points by 1500 for 3 turns. That's like what, 45 by the time this leaves. And then last, final countdown. Now this card, guys, this is a very good stall deck. I mean, look at this wall they have to get across. It's gonna be pretty hard. And that's where I've been throwing them. All these stalling cards. You know, even if this would be like the last card in your deck for some crazy reason, if you're stalled out that long, I mean, I think you won. Because their deck runs out really quick if they're just, you know, that guy with the stall power. And also if you want to get it quick, you could risk it and send it into this thing. But like I said, be careful with that. But if this isn't your first hand, you know, it's done. If you freaking stall out long enough, it's over. So yeah, guys, there it is. Like I said, a very flexible deck. You can tweak it to your liking anyway. But might I recommend some of the must-have cards? Let's see. Focus. This guy. You can have 1. I recommend 2 if you want. Him. These, the freaking walls. These great walls right here. This can help you survive for longer. That guy. These 2 right here, must have. These walls, like I said, 3 Swift Scarecrow, 1 Battle Fader, or 0 Battle Faders if you want. The Swift Scarecrow is the way to go. This guy, this was my edit, but you know, if you like it, you can take it. You don't need this card. It's a good stall, but you don't need it. So yeah, tweak it to your liking. Very flexible deck, and I'll see you I don't know,